dire warning on climate change.
You're battling Mother Nature, you're likely to lose.
The damage is particularly devastating for farmers.
Irreversible damage.
The worst flooding in a lifetime.
Nearly 1 million species are at risk of extinction.
Biodiversity is a term that refers to the diversification of all living organisms that have existed on Earth. They work together in a geographic area where they have also formed communities and habitats. As they have gathered together, they create a sustainable environment for everyone. This had caused an enormous impact on various aspects of human life, especially in maintaining the balance and cohesion of all the species for survival. Good day to everyone. I am Mark Anthony Salvano, the head of Group 6. Now, the topic at hand today is all about our collage regarding the impact of biodiversity on various aspects of human life. Before we begin our presentation, allow me to dispense our learning objectives. Now, at the end of this presentation, the students will be able to understand the role and impact of biodiversity to various aspects of human life. Create an initiative on how to preserve the biodiversity, and realize the importance of biodiversity to humankind. Now, the next segment of this discussion will be all about the flow of the presentation or the conceptual framework. And here is our conceptual framework. Now, starting with the formal presentation, let's start off with the technicality of the formation of the collage. So, as mandated, each member of the group, including me, were given the opportunity to create our own collage that would showcase the said topic. After which, we discussed and we agreed upon choosing the best output that would represent the whole group. Through the advancement of technology, we were able to create our collage by using an application called Pixar. Now, for everyone to access this app, this is only downloadable to any digital distribution services like Play Store or Apple App Store. Now, this is a platform that allows user to take and edit pictures and videos, draw with layers, and share the images on the app itself or the PixArt itself and other social media networks. Now, with this, we import our images that we have gathered, then we layer the pictures and we draw it with borders for it to look more sharp in detail. After all the hassle-free procedures, we transferred the whole collage or the finished product to the Microsoft Word in order to put a title on top of it and also to type in the necessary information needed for the collage. Then, here is our final output.
As noticed in the collage, we use the concept of an hourglass. It is a classic piece and normally it is used for monitoring the time. It consists of two pear-shaped of glass so that the hourglass will measure the same duration regardless of the orientation. In the upper side of it, we can see the living things that surround human and sustain their needs in life like trees, microscopic bacteria, plants, and all living things that will support and help human. In the lower side of it, those are the people who would benefit from biodiversity. It is clear in the collage that without biodiversity, there would no human existence because humans rely on biodiversity, which provides us oxygen, air, water, and many more. And we come up with this idea because as we ponder on the context given, it made us realize the enormous help of biodiversity to humanity. That the biodiversity is the reason why we humans are surviving. But on the other hand, this also implies a negative notion that the natural resources has its ending if we've consumed it. Also, by just looking at the collage, we will easily get the idea of the importance or impact of biodiversity to the human, as it is the hope of the people to survive and provide us the needs that we need.
After voting which collage we are going to present as a group, we choose this collage entitled The Droplets of Nature. As you can see in our collage, its shape is an hourglass, and inside of it has a droplet which are the fruits. This simply means that our nature, which is located in the upper part, gives life to the people, and our economy, which is located also in the lower part. Since it is an hourglass, it shows that we need to limit ourselves using our nature because it also have an its ending. This droplet plays an important role because without it, there were no longer life existed in the world. The collage has its themes, which are the abundance, fleeting resources, and unending human necessities. We included the abundance because when we have our healthy nature, we can be an abundant to our society or even in our life. Next is the fleeting resources. Some of the people abuse the gifts of our nature. That's why we should control ourselves getting from the resources because it has an ending. Lastly, the unending human necessities. To avoid compromise, people need to take care of our nature. People need to know when and where is our time to get from it. Because when nature ends to provide, people will suffer. Our nature is our source to survive. We should know the results happen if we disregard the importance of it.
We should preserve every scrap of biodiversity as precious while we learn to use it and come to understand what it means to humanity, said by E.O. Wilson. Our collage focuses about the transformation of the biodiversity from tall trees to tall buildings. Our collage also explains on what biodiversity can give to humans and what should humans give to biodiversity. On the picture above of the hourglass, it gives us the before era where the living organisms is happily living. On the photo below in the hourglass, it gives us the new generation and the present where technology is happily helping humans. Lastly, in this collage, it represents the society these days, which is the more civilized, developed, and organized by this new society and new generation. We can be more and we can take care of the biodiversity with the help of new technology.
The overall explanation of the collage is to let us realize the impact we have on biodiversity. Thus, without it, there will be no human existence. Humans affect biodiversity by their population number, use of lands, and their lifestyle. That cause damage to habitats for species. If no changes are made on the behavioral factors of humanity, scarcity of resources on Earth will continue until human lives can no longer to be sustained. Moreover, as stewards of the Earth, it is our duty and responsibility to protect it. Through proper education and taking good care of animals, plants, and environment to make sure that we preserve biodiversity. The implication of this collage as a whole is that human and natural resources should work hand in hand. It means to say that as biodiversity play its role, humanity should always be responsible for its proper usage and consumption. In other words, everything should always in mindful way in moderation, so that we could have a society where abundance will prevail and scarcity will concede.